Hi, day 21. So my maths yesterday was wrong. I said I was a third of the way through today. I'm not. I'm a quarter, but you know, by now my maths is always dreadful. I'm going to have to keep very close eye on the trail because it's a bit slippy up here today. But Sunday, day 21, I just wanted to do a bit of a summary, really, if I'm honest, of where I'm at. A quarter of the way through. And I thought it'd be simple enough to begin by asking whether I'm sort of enjoying it, and the short answer is no, not really. It's rather difficult on a day-to-day level. It's really tricky. Monday through Wednesday, when I'm on uni campus, the challenge really is getting the videos done, because I get in early and get the single gym session done first thing, and it's out of the way. Then I've got to find somewhere to film and then edit, and yeah, so it's the video Monday to Wednesday it's challenging. And then Wednesday, my God, that's the first physical challenge of having to get out for a run when really I should be, you know, kind of getting to the end of that week's lectures before working from home. And yeah, it's challenging. Thursday, Friday, the hard thing is then sort of motivating myself to kind of do the next things that I have to do, and not putting my feet up too much. I've still got to get on with it. Thursday, I have a weight session followed by boxing. Oh, every time I make these videos, I get lost. I've done it again. So yes, I have the sort of challenge of, I guess it's like totally lost. A bit like throttling your way through, sort of managing time and effort. And I'm not really enjoying that, because it's not very relaxed. I'm constantly managing and thinking about what I've got to do next, and that is the challenge, right? That's the whole purpose of it. Yeah, literally no idea. Zero clue where I am up here now. I think I can see a path there. You can't, but I think I can. It looks like a path. That'll do. Okay, where were we? So yeah, I don't know what that's called, but on a day-to-day, like hour by hour level, it's not very pleasant and creates a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of stress, which is fine. That's the purpose of it. But a slightly bigger picture, I can feel the strength and the fitness coming in. By this stage, week 3, 21 days, quarter of the way in, I'm definitely feeling fitter, lungs-wise, heart-wise, strength-wise, getting a handle on that. Made me realise really these last 3 weeks just how some of the basics, like the press-ups and the pull-ups, I'd really like to achieve those. The bench presses and stuff can go do one, really. It's more about just basic stuff. I'm not very good at those, but it's coming along. And the mental agility, I think it's important to talk about that just a little bit. Yes, I have to dig deep mentally, and most of the videos you'll have noticed have been about my head rather than my body. I've got to get that straight, and well, not that I'm in a bad place, but those are the things on a daily basis that I find really interesting. And I was chatting to a friend of mine. She watches these videos. I won't mention her name, but I was talking to her last night at a party, and she was talking about the practice of yoga, which I don't know an awful lot about. I probably do maybe an hour and a half of it stretched out over the week. I love it for the stretching side, but she was telling me last night about how really yoga practice is about noticing where your mind goes during your yoga practice, and sort of assessing where you're at. And as she said it, I love this term, taking it off the mat and into your day. And it was a really cool thing to talk about, and I really appreciate that conversation last night. But I didn't really really understand what she meant, and I think it's something to explore. Maybe I'm doing that anyway. Each day I'm taking the time to write down notes in my journal. I haven't really shown that on the video yet, but every day I make notes, things that I'm noticing, things that I'm observing about how I feel. And then I think about that some more, and then these videos get made. And I think that's having the biggest benefit for me is, I guess, well, in her words, taking it off the mat, taking it off the trail, taking it off the gym floor, and taking that through the day. So whilst I'm not necessarily enjoying the day to day or the minute by minute. That's not something I'm unused to. Keeping my eye on the ball. He's the view, perfect timing. Check out the view. It's really cool. Something I noticed the other day, can't see it so clearly now, but it looks like there's a cycle path being put in along the old railway line, which goes from Portishead, hopefully to Clevedon, which will be outstanding because the road down here, both roads that go towards Portishead are a bit dicey. But yeah, that's some view to stop and have a look at each time I come for a run up here. This is Gordano Valley. Other side of that set of hills is the Severn Estuary. Pretty lucky, aren't I? Anyway, yes, to summarise, I do quote Chris Boardman a fair few times on this channel, and I know, make no apology for it, but he famously sort of says about time trialling that the perfect sweet spot to be in is when you ask yourself whether this is sustainable. Is this sustainable? The speed, the pressure, the power I'm putting on the pedals, can I keep this up? And if you answer that no, I can't keep this up, you've gone too deep. And if the answer is yes, this is fine, you haven't gone deep enough straight away. The correct answer is maybe. Is this sustainable? And the answer should be yeah, maybe. I don't know. And that's where I feel with this. A quarter of the way in, I'll be perfectly honest, I've been challenged, I've got over them. But are there bigger challenges to this? Are there going to be bigger things that get in the way of me ticking off the things I've got to do every single day, beyond me just getting my arse in gear? That I can cope with. I'm not fast and I'm not strong, but I do know how to suffer. So I can put my trainers on and I can get the camera out and I can do all those things. But what happens when something bigger gets in the way? And that's likely to happen, isn't it? In the next, I'm not going to attempt maths, but the next 3 quarters of this. But that's where we're at. I'm not enjoying it, but I am enjoying it. And I know it's type 2 fun. So when this is complete, I will have learnt a lot, and I have already, about myself. So those of you that have watched these, appreciate it. And we'll keep on keeping on every day for the next, remainder of the 84 days. That's probably the safest way for me to mathematically quote. Anyway, have a good one. See you later.